Elizabeth, this is confusing in many ways. Let's focus first on the public health concerns for anyone out there watching. What is the change, the reversion, if you will, and do we know why?
First, John, I want to say that having a switcheroo like this, having something posted to the CDC website and then taken down saying it was basically put up in error, I've been covering the CDC for the better part of 30 years. I have never seen anything like this. So now let's talk about what this is, what happened. On Friday, the CDC posted guidance that said, hey, things have changed, and we now think that it is possible for this virus to spread basically through small particles that get suspended in the air. So we've always known that if I have COVID and I'm talking to you, John, and you're right next to me, and I sneeze or I cough or I spit a little bit on you, you can take a direct hit and get COVID. And that's believed how this disease is spread for the most part. What the CDC said on Friday was, well, also there's growing evidence that those particles can hang out in the air and someone who never was even all that close could walk by and get it. In other words, you could spread it to people who are more than 6 feet away if they come and walk by that airspace. That's essentially what the CDC said. But then, just now, just before noon, the CDC went back to what it said originally, which is that it couldn't be spread that way. So they changed it on Friday, and then they changed it back just within the past hour or so. So what happened? You know, one of the things that I think we need to honestly think about is that we have seen that the CDC has come under political pressure, come under pressure from the Trump administration to say things a certain way. And we need to ask the question, was there political pressure to make it sound like this disease does not spread in this way?
Right, and so we know they have gone back to the old guidance because they said it was a mistake to post this draft. Do we know if we're done? Or is the draft under review and they're going to revise it again? And we'll go through this conversation again about the agency that is supposed to be the gold standard for telling people, here's what we know, here's what you should do. It keeps, to use your words, switcheroo.
John, I think we may be having this conversation again, and I'll tell you why. Back in April, the National Academy of Sciences wrote a letter to the White House saying, hey, essentially, this can spread in an airborne way. You don't need to be just within a sneeze or a cough. It can have particles that will suspend in the air. So if the National Academy of Sciences, a very prestigious body, was saying this to the White House in April, first of all, why did it take the CDC so long to switch their guidance to reflect that, which is what they did Friday, and then why did they switch it back today? So yes, the science seems to be quite clear that this disease can spread in this so-called airborne way.